are people like yourselves. And that's one of the things that when we did a forum with entrepreneurs themselves, one of the key things that came out is that you have to, this has to be driven and shaped by entrepreneurs themselves. It's not a question of government sitting in Kildare Street or indeed even in the East Point and saying, well, this is how it's going to happen. And I think it's what's really encouraging to see that you are setting up a network among yourselves. You're going to have a blog, you're going to have a sort of what they used to call an alumni, where you get that network. Because I think we won't be able to get the spread of hubs and incubators and accelerators unless we find people like yourselves are at the heart of those and driving the new initiative. So this is a really exciting program. I know it has started in the Institutes of Technology, and Enterprise Ireland has helped to reshape it into the form it now is in. And I think you've come through a very tough competition to get to here. I think you are the elite of those who are driving the economic recovery. And one of the things that I really feel impressed about the area of startup is when you looked at the tough years, and we had tough years 2006 to 2011, when established businesses shed 400,000 jobs, an unbelievable attrition from established business. Even in that tough period, people who started up their own business in those 5 years created nearly 100,000 jobs. There was a high attrition rate, but they still delivered 100,000 jobs. How much better can we perform in a better climate if we align our resources behind people who are starting up businesses, if we make sure that they survive that valley of death that everyone talks about, if we help them grow to scale. And that's really what's at the heart of why we put into place an entrepreneurship strategy. We want to get networks built. We have our own network, and the local enterprise offices from who you've heard from are at the core of what we provide as a network, 31 of them. But they will only develop if they can build the connections into the Institutes of Technology, into the other drivers of entrepreneurship in their regions. That's how we will build this up and provide the supporting environment. So I really feel this is the linchpin of our ambition, really, is to get this right. And we need to, and I know we're speaking to the converted here among the Institutes of Technology, but we do need to get our education system to buy in more to the importance of, creating a job is much more important than just getting a job. If we can get those people who are willing to create, if we can make sure that the entrepreneurship programs are accessible not just to those who are maybe doing business, but lots of people who are doing programs that have the potential to drive startups. We need to sweat the assets that we have in the ground. We have incubation centres, we have community enterprise centres. We need to sweat those assets and make sure they're available and that they are networked into mentors, into entrepreneurs, so that we can get the supports for those companies, whatever they need to make the next step forward. So I'm really excited about this. We're at the start of a journey, and I think we're doing it at the right time, because in the last, the surveys of that GEM do shows that we are hitting rising ground. More and more people are seeing starting their own business as a very good thing that they could do with their lives, and we need to make sure that people who are in that mindset get every opportunity to progress and to succeed. So we set ourselves what I believe are ambitious but realistic targets to increase the number of startups by 25%, to improve the survivorship rate by 25%, and to improve the scaling rate at 25%. Enterprise Ireland and the local enterprise offices will, from our point of view, be at the heart of doing that. But really, it is how we build a network between you as practical players in the field, how we build that, how we build the business angel network, how we build the accelerators network, how we get them interlocked. That's the challenge that we have to crack over the coming years. So I think it's a really important piece of work. But I'd just like to wish you extremely well over the coming years. I think Enterprise Ireland, when you go abroad, people look at Enterprise Ireland and say, isn't that a great concept? Having the support programs, having the seed and venture, having the HPSU network. this is something that that aren't in every country. Enterprise Ireland holds shareholdings in a lot of fledgling companies. That isn't a feature of what government does in other countries, and it is good practice, but we need to make it continually better. And that's what the role of people like myself is to try to continue to look at how do we improve. So just wish you well. I know that you're probably exhausted listening to speakers at this stage, but I'm really pleased to wish you well, to thank you for what you're doing, because the heroes of this recovery have been the people who've taken the courage and the ingenuity to catch either new enterprises or existing enterprises and shape them up in a difficult environment to build new markets, to build new services or products, and to successfully create employment. That's what's driving our economy. The private sector, if you like, have created in the last 2 years nearly 85,000 jobs. An extraordinary achievement, and an awful lot of that has come from startups and small businesses. So we have a lot to be thankful for as we look at what's driving our recovery. But we in the public sector, if you like, need to make sure we align our resources to support what you're doing. And I've just come from taking care of business event up in Dublin Castle, where we had, I think, 25 agencies of state offering how they would support, how they make companies easy to comply or easy to get access to services. So we are trying to open up our systems to external influences through the Action Plan for Jobs, and we hope that will continue. So I won't say any more. I thank you, thank Enterprise Ireland, thank the Institutes of Education, and thank you all, most of all, for your participation.